my belief is that, they always say what power, changes people, or money changes people. But I just think that both those things, basically, they either highlight what is already being there. You know what I mean?
To be quite honest, I think and believe that everyone will be what they are at the end of the day. I could not be prosperous but still have like an ugly heart. It will read regardless of whether I have money or not.
I really believe that riches make people toxic. I've had friends that have had money, like millions and stuff, and then they just lose it like that, But during that process of them having money, they had, the whole pride, buying cars, being arrogant to people. So I've experienced such people.
I don't think money has anything to do with the kind of the traits we have as people. I feel like it's just obviously, intentions. And I mean, I could ask God for money and I could have it, but as long as my intentions are still clean, I could still be a good person towards people, and you wouldn't even know I have money. I just had good intentions and I'm a good person. I could still be an ugly person, and I mean in terms of heart, not physical appearance. I don't think it enhances human behavior. I just feel like everyone is what they are at the end of the day.
But I believe power and money basically just highlights what's already been there. If a person has been somebody who was, arrogant and was showing off, money comes in, he's just going to be there. And if somebody, had a very, private way of doing things, even when money comes, they will pretend as if that they don't have,
Wealth does corrupt people. I don't think, there's an argument around this where they're saying someone was already corrupted, just amplified or made their true colors visible. I think every one of us is corrupt in one way or the other. Like they saying there's a black and a white wolf, it depends which one you feed. The one you feed is going to be strong, and the one you starve is not going. So I think people don't really change because of money. People get money, and wealth is a very attractive and beautiful thing. When you did not have power and wealth and suddenly you have it, even the most humble people can change. I don't know how much it will take of a person to not be changed by that, because you're not eating at the same places. You don't have to budget for anything. It just whatever you want you can get. I think even the most innocent, humble, down to the ground people, they can be corrupted by that.
The show I Blew It? I feel like it's going to teach a lot of South Africans how to react once you come into contact with a lot of money. I feel like that's what it's going to teach South Africa, not to just immediately spend your money. Because I Blew It, the reason why I Blew It exists is because of how we as South Africans react once we get money. And I think the show is going to resonate with that concept, because for people who grew up in poverty now inherit a station. So how are they going to use this newfound wealth, and how they're going to maneuver around it?
And I think this is a big reflection for everyone to see and look at themselves to say, actually, if I was to have 10 million right now, would this change me? I think those are the questions and the conversations that each viewer will be having with themselves. Even if they don't voice it out with other people, they'll start asking themselves. Your job, your workplace, where you're going every day, you're being told come at 9, leave at 5, go to lunch. All of a sudden you wake up tomorrow morning, you own it. What would that do to you? I think these are the most interesting conversations and ideas and questions that a lot of people will have.
I believe that prosperity or wealth amplifies a person's character, given the fact that we have to consider their morals, their values, and the way they grew up in their circumstances. So it amplifies what's only has been there for a while. Yeah.
I think it goes back to your character. When somebody thinks that things of the world defines them, you will see it. They will behave like things of the world define them. The car they drive, their education, the clothes they're wearing, their bank account status will define them. But people who are not defined by things, gisho ahamba ngemoto that we don't consider a nice car, but he's got millions in his bank account. Because for him, it's not about the things, but it's what the things can give to him, the experience that the things can give to him, and the people that are close to him. You know, that's why for me, it makes no sense for any black person in this country to make money and you're not giving back to either your family or your community. It makes absolutely no sense to me.
The Station, Season 1, Mondays on Mzansi Magic.